I'm joined by my brother from another mother, the man, the myth, the GOAT, and he is a legend. Your boy BK. He's on the go, but he's here.
Yeah, we in this thing.
Exactly. No days off. We legit we take that seriously sometimes. I say sometimes because we do take days off. But hey, it's the playoffs. You know, we got to get dialed in. Last I swear, I'm sorry, but those games that we watched the other day, we were talking about it before we even started. They weren't good. They were not what we were expecting. At least the Lynx in the Sun game, I'll say that wasn't what was expected. And
Yeah,
then of course the Sky that game. I mean, it just looked like they felt and they knew, hey, we're not going to beat them. We're just here because we're here, you know. So hopefully these two games are here. They should definitely be more competitive. Really, no real injury news, nothing like that. Both teams, they kind of like to run their starters pretty good, except for the Washington Mystics. They still been fugazi with their lineups and stuff in their rotations and minutes. But the Liberty, the Dream, the Wings, we should know their rotations and stuff pretty well, especially come playoff times. They should play their studs. Washington, I will say, I think they're the biggest wild card on this one for us today. But hey, yeah, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna break this thing down. All right. Um, Starting with the injury report for the Washington Mystics, biggest thing, and we already kind of knew this going into the playoffs, but Shakira Austin, she's out again. She's I honestly don't think that she plays in this first round of the playoffs, especially if this has to be like a 2-0 sweep for either side. Austin, and then even if she was come back, doubt that she's going to be any help for this team, especially it's a hip injury. You kind of need those. Them hips don't lie. So I don't see her being back at all for the playoffs. So I definitely think that we will see those rotations of minutes like what we've seen. Nisha Hines Allen starting. She's been playing pretty well. Tina Hawkins off the bench. That should be our rotation that we expect to see from the Washington Mystics on that side for that. Going over to the New York Liberty side, they're without Han. Not like she was playing anyway. It's going to be the same old starters: Sabrina, Laney, Sloot, John Quell, Stewart. Nothing new right there for them. Going over to the Land of Dream, taking on Dallas Wings. She popped up on the injury report. I haven't seen anything on that. Do you know anything about that right there?
not a whole bunch, no. But I'm not really. It's like you said with some of those other players, probably won't make a difference. No way. She don't play a whole bunch, unless
Yeah,
like somebody is just having a terrible game and you know shit like that.
looking
But
for that crazy spark. But yeah, it shouldn't matter either way with Durr on the slate. I doubt that she would play anyway. And then for the Dallas Wings side, they are going to be getting their girl back, Dangerfield. Dangerfield, she's back from that head injury that she had, so we shouldn't have to worry about that right there. Same old starters, unless coach decides that she wants to, whatever reason, take McCown out the starting lineup again. Other than that, it should be those same old starters and everything good over there. Going over the DraftKings, the site that we play the most on, the site that has been treating us pretty well for this WNBA season, and it's doing its thing already for the NFL and college football. If you guys have not tapped in already, check the link down in the description below for not only the deposit match bonus for DraftKings, but for the Patreon, where we are posting our core plays, our player props, the props and stuff that we've been posting. Those are coming out well before the stream. So anything that we're saying on the stream, y'all are getting bumps and all that other stuff that we go over and we talk about on here. If you want to be dialed in, because BK has been dropping this stuff since yesterday. When the board came out, he's already had all the plays up. So anything that we say right now, you're probably getting post bump value and stuff like that. The value is there. So check that out. Make sure you guys tune in. You guys don't want to miss out on this, especially for the playoffs. And like I said, we got plenty more sports. NFL, our goats, they are cooking for that. We got golf, that's still going on. Hockey is right around the corner, and I know you're ready for hockey. I
yeah,
know you can't wait for that
cannot
hockey to come up.
wait for hockey, bro. I can't wait.
And then right after hockey, my NBA is back. So definitely tune in, dial in. Make sure you guys check out the link for the Patreon right there. We got all that stuff down there. And for only $10, you're getting everything. DFS and props for multiple sites, not just one. We're not just one type of content provider charging you $50, $60. We are giving you an umbrella of everything. But all right. Diving into Slate, starting on the Washington Mystics side, taking on New York Liberty. They played some pretty decent games going up against each other for the season. Looking at it off the rip, I think the question that of course comes straight to mind is Elena Deladon. How are you treating and working with EDD?
Well, I need you to do me a solid real fast while I talk about this. Go
Mm-hmm.
ahead and tweet out that we started the stream so people on Twitter can tap in too. I'm gonna retweet it once you tweet it out.
I
Um,
got you.
but for me, as you see, I got her in my slip. I love her 22 PRA. Remember when we caught her PRA the last time where she screwed us over? It was at 23. She ended up finishing with 22. But today, I just feel like, bro, you owe me money. I want my shit back, and I'm coming to get it back in blood. So I love that for her, especially in the playoffs. You talk about Shakira Austin not going to be playing. I don't see a reason why he would limit EDD today. Somebody asked about that. Would she limit it in almost a 2 to 3 game series, bro? Hell no. If you come in to limit your players in the playoffs and it's a best of 4 series, homeboy, you need to be looking for a job at Walmart or something because coaching is not your thing. So yeah, if they limit her today, then bro, that's gonna be fucking crazy as hell because it's the playoffs again. Don't really have time for that. One lost game already puts you on the brink of elimination. So you don't really have time to be resting her and sitting her and all that shit. You need her to play as much as you possibly can. I like the shit and didn't even. What the fuck? But I like her in the spot today. You know what I'm saying? For me, she's hit the PRA. Um, I think she's only missed once in her last 10 games versus New York and versus Stewie defense. She's only missed that prop line twice versus her defense. So I love the prop today. I love the 22 PRA. I love her in this spot. She definitely should come to play today. Um, but for me, the focus is going to be on Natasha Cloud and Brittany Sykes. We know that both players are going to come locked in today. I don't know if they saw that shit that Steph Dolson said about the team with about them.
What
The two
Dawson say?
games
I
that
missed
they
that
lost
too.
to them, it wasn't because this team matches up well with them. It was because the Liberty just didn't come to play. And
Mm.
that's crazy as fuck to me because we talking about a top defensive team and one of my sleeper teams that I had called out in the beginning of the season to begin with. And you telling me that you're not fucking concerned? You should be very fucking concerned because I get it. It's the playoffs. A lot of players gonna come locked in, but so are the fucking Mystics. Again, this was a team that, like I told you guys in the beginning of the season, they didn't go out and find shooters and shit like that. They went out and found some dogs who can get it done defensively, and they've been a really good defensive team. So saying that you're not fucking worried, come on, fam. You poking the bear right now. You probably don't need to be doing that shit because if Washington make you eat them words today and win this first game, if you win the next one, you got to go back to Washington. You got to go to their home court and pull out a win there. You see what I'm saying? So for me,
Yeah.
I think it all starts with Cloud, Sykes, and Elena Deladine. As far as getting that team going, I love Cloud. She has nothing under 31 fantasy points versus this team so far this year. She's been going ham. She's connected on her PA every game this season. She scared me like fuck last game because she was racking up all those assists and didn't hit any points until like the third quarter or something crazy like that. But I love it today. I love the PA for her today. We already caught that at 17 and a half. It got bumped to 18. Still love it there. Like I said with Brittany Sykes, I think you can go back to her fantasy score. It makes me a little bit nervous because you know that they're gonna come locked in on her, but I just don't feel like any of those guards besides Batnese Laney can really guard anybody. Even if you got, let's just say for shits and gigs, they put Laney on Sykes. Cloud is gonna go off then because neither Sloot or an Esco defense, I'm not scared of either one of them.
I agree. Honestly, it just like you said, it begins and ends with Sykes, Cloud, and EDD. Like those three right there, especially for me, Sykes and Cloud. The defense that they're gonna get with the Sloot and Sabrina, not scared at all about that at all. Like that right there, there's nothing to worry about to me. And like you said, Cloud hasn't had nothing less than 30 going up against him. And I was looking back while you was talking, I had to find it. Cloud was in my line that had won me that ticket into the Queen of the Court that day was when I had stacked this game when they were playing going up against New York. I had Cloud and Sabrina. And Cloud sitting there at 8-8. I love that.
Mhm.
1K off of Sykes. That's not bad. People probably gonna be worried about Elena Deladon going to her here, thinking, oh, she's not playing her minutes, stuff like that. But like you said, I mean, it's the playoffs. You gotta play. you really ain't got no choice. But you have to play. You need to play your best players. Your rotation for your forwards is kind of it's weak right
Yep.
now. It's truly weak because all you got is Tina Hawkins, Misha Hines Allen, and what Ling off the
And
bench.
they not even
And
and they not even playing Hawkins the minutes that she should be playing or how she should be playing because Elena is back. So that hurt Hawkins a lot in a major way
or
because they're
Queen.
leaning on Maisha Hines Allen a whole lot more than they were during the season. So you basically gave Maisha Hines Allen like 20, 25 minutes all season long, and you got her fresh and ready to go for the playoffs. So I mean, they really haven't had a reason to play those forwards off the bench, and that rotation, like you said, is getting like we know in the playoffs the rotations are going to get smaller. They're not going to be playing those same players, those same minutes because the regular season, of course, you already know what's going on. What's up, Sco? Um, but yeah, they're not going to be look into that bench heavy unless like Tiana Hawkins is having a better game than Maisha Hines Allen. Then yeah, that's probably going to happen. So for me, I'm not really looking at a whole bunch off of that Washington bench today. Um,
And I think this is the weaker of all the teams. I think this is the weakest of them because their bench production is legit shit.
yeah,
SWK at 5'1", that's too much to be playing for a player whose
hey,
PPR is I'm not
they're not
PPR. Her fantasy point production legit is like point 0.3, point 0.4 a minute. It's not even worth it for her. Queen, she hasn't gotten the minutes like that anyway. Yeah, she played 14 minutes in the last time they played going up against the Lib, but you're gonna trust Queen to go out there with Brianna Stewart, Jonquil Jones, definitely get herself in foul trouble. Really hasn't played the minutes anyway in this matchup. I don't see that happening today here in this spot. Ling, like we said, unless she's gonna go out there and drain some threes, she's played all right. She's played 18 to 19 minutes in at least her matchup going up against them, but that's like a deep GPP
yeah,
right
that's
there,
what I
trying to
was gonna
go
say.
to her.
If
Like,
I'm taking any value from Washington, it's mainly, and I'm not touching nobody else. I'm just going out and that's just because we have Stewie, you got JJ, you got an Esco, you got so many studs on this slate. Not like how it was that last slate. You got so many more studs on this slate that Ming Lee, for me, I feel like the 8 to 10 fantasy points or the 10 to 15 fantasy points she give you is gonna be fine, especially if you stack it right with these studs and hit right on the studs and get 30 at least at minimum 30 for every stud that you stack. You should be top 5, top 10 today with that. So I'm fine with that.
so if you're ranking them for, because I know we're both on the big three really for them. If you're ranking them, how do you rank Sykes, Cloud, and Elena?
Man, that's it's tough for me because for me, I think Cloud is number one just because of her consistency. When you look at her fantasy score numbers, it's been hella consistent, especially versus New York this year. Like I said, nothing under it on FanDuel, nothing under 34 fantasy points or 33 fantasy points, and on DraftKings, nothing under 31 fantasy points. So, I mean, for me, it's her. Um, then after that, it's probably Sykes and then Elena Deladon just because Elena is coming back. But if I really have to give you my real rankings, it'll probably be Cloud, EDD, and then Sykes. I know Sykes has been playing out of her mind lately. My only thing with that, and I talked about it with one of the people from the Patreon, is that they could definitely come out here and do. Like I said, we can definitely see Liney on Sykes today, and just pray to Bob that Sloot or Inescu can shut down Cloud and Atkins, which is why their points for me today at 23 even is low as fuck. I would just they have not just hit that, but smashed that every game. Haven't pushed, haven't come close to 23. I think the closest they came to 23 was like 26, maybe, or 25. I'm not sure. I have to take a look at that again, but they have just crushed those that points prop every game. So I love that today. Even with, like I said, even with Atkins having a tough game last game, only putting up 11 points, Kyle came through with 17, and that was 17 that she did basically in the second half because she really didn't do a ton of scoring in the beginning of that in that first half. So I love, love that prop today at 23 for Atkins and Cloud points. Another thing that I thought was interesting is Sykes rebounds. I do kind of like Sykes rebounds today. And her PA, I mean, well, RA, we always see these games where Sykes just, man, she jumping over people. She's, she starts assisting more, but just know that with the RA, that's gonna come with a little bit more risk there because she hasn't done it every game, and then she has these games where she don't really assist a whole bunch. So, like you said, like I said, with the rankings, it's probably gonna go Cloud, um, EDD, and then Sykes. I don't mind it the other way around with Sykes over EDD, but for me, that's what I'm looking at.
Agreed. Completely on that. Definitely, I like Cloud, Sykes, EDD. What are you doing with Atkins? Because
Atkins.
it seems like she's getting tossed to the wayside.
Yeah. Atkins is definitely getting overlooked today. I like her in tournaments. Again, another player that's going to have to play no matter what, whether you hurting or feeling bad or whatever the fuck. We need you today. Ain't no time for the rest bullshit. We gotta win. So I do like Atkins, but Atkins I'm saving for tournaments. I do feel like she gonna end up in the main line for a takedown today because her price is hella low. Um, Let me see right here. It is. What's our price on DraftKings? No. It's 7-2 on DraftKings. My bad. I'm tripping. So it's 7-2 on DraftKings. I definitely don't mind that. I'm pretty sure it's lower on FanDuel, probably like 5-2 or five something over on FanDuel. So yeah, I like it a lot for tournaments because it is lower. It does help you get some other high price pieces in your lineups as well. So I like her, but I like her for tournaments if I'm playing her today.
My bad, bro. One of the damn kids knocked the Wi-Fi box.
Oh no, you good.
What, where'd you leave off at?
I was saying that I do like Atkins today, but like I said, for me, I'm probably prioritizing her for tournaments.
Okay.
The price is good for her. I think she's probably, like I said, she's probably cheaper on FanDuel because she's 7-2 on DraftKings. Um, she's probably in the 5-5, 5-2 range on FanDuel. If so, then that's probably a very, very nice price for her, and you probably can prioritize her over there than on DraftKings because she can hit value over there, especially
On
because we know that Atkins can get blocks and steals.
She is sitting at 5'8" on FanDuel.
Yeah, I don't mind that price. I don't mind it. I wish it was a little bit lower, but I do. Like I said, for me, tournaments, I love it. Um, yeah, that's probably it.
I mean, no, honestly, she's been decent. 22, 32, and 22 fantasy points. And in that last game, she pretty much put up a fantasy point per minute in that recent game that they just played going up against them. So that'll be interesting. I know Stephanie Dawson wasn't talking. Wow, that's crazy. All right.
You
Okay.
see
So
that,
going over.
bro?
No, I didn't see it, but now I'm sitting here, I'm looking at everything. It's like they beat you guys 2 out of 3. You
I'm gonna
know,
send. I'm gonna send you the joint. I got the recording and I got it where the beat writer sent out what she said.
and it's
I'm
just
gonna
like
send it
y'all
to you.
y'all won the game that y'all went to overtime. You had to take it to overtime. It's not like you beat them in regulation or nothing like that. You
Exactly.
had to go to overtime. They took you down to the wire. So it's not like y'all sleeping on this team. You're not. They just legit have come to play against you. So this
Yeah.
should be a good close game, considering, I mean, shit, you got your ass blown out in the first game. You took them to OT in the second game, and that one was legit by a 1 point win. And then this last game, yeah, that Sykes inbound shot, that was crazy. That was crazy because we was about to look at another overtime,
Right.
another one. So it's yeah, no, she crazy, she crazy on that one. All right, going over to the New York Liberty side, we ain't got to beat a dead horse when it comes down to Stewart. I mean, I don't think so, unless you got something extra to add for Stewart.
No, I mean, I was looking at some unders for her today, but if I mess with anything, I probably look at her under 3.5 assists. Um, and I thought about the PRA just due to regular season history, but I was like, "Fuck no, I'm not gonna do that to myself today because it might be playoff stew, and I ain't got time for that bullshit." So I won't mess with unders, even though she hasn't done extremely well in this matchup. But again, it's Brianna Stewart. I mean, look how she came on at the end of the last game. She just got rolling, got going, and was making shots. That's Brianna Stewart. So again, like you said, she's in play because of the name, but it's hard for me today because I feel like we don't need her, but I also feel like it's the playoffs, and this is where she shines. You know, these are the
I,
moments that she take over, that she comes to play, that she comes through, she comes clutch. So I mean, it's tough for me today. I just got to figure out how my roster shakes out when I put it together. I really haven't started trying to build anything yet, but yeah,
I agree with you on that one right there because looking at it, she has not had the best fantasy point production going up against the Washington Mystics, which is actually kind
yeah,
of crazy throughout the whole season. We've really seen Jonquel Jones. She's pretty much just put up a fantasy point per minute in her time, in her minutes. And in those games she actually was getting minutes, she put up some good fantasy scores. So that right there. Sloot as well. Sloot really, I don't think that she's put up too much going up against them either. Yeah, 22, 27, 23, and 19. It's always been Sabrina and John Quell that have really done pretty good in this spot. And since I'm even thinking about it, looking at it, let me look at Laney real quick. Laney, she's been so, not really doing too much. Kayla Thornton off the bench, she's been steady Freddie, 16, 16, 10, 10. So that's not too bad right there from her. Um, what about our girl Johannes? Johannes, I guess she's really the more boom for your pop, 18, 17, and 16 minutes, 12, 17, 19. So straight off the rip, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if I'm playing cash games or if I'm looking to be a safe, I will pair Sabrina and Jones will be my 2 hour primarily take from New York Liberty before anything, and then GPP because I think they're gonna be a little bit lesser owned in something in a way. You take Stewart and Courtney Vandersloot and run that right there. Matter of fact, you can even run a nice little 3-man stack where you take Stewart, you take Sloot, and you take Atkins and run that right there. That wouldn't be a bad GPP mixture to run out there.
yeah. I like the slew. Well, in that school, JJ stack, and I would even run it back with Cloud. Um, I almost want to say running back with Cloud and EDD, but again, I don't know how that's gonna shake out. But I would definitely run that back with Cloud because again, she is going to see either Sloop or an Esco defense. So for me, I love that. I love that. That stack that you have. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Yeah, yeah. Here they come. Here they come. My bad. My daughter excited about my kids getting out of school right now. Um, am I still locked in, bro? I can't hear you.
On the phone with my wife.
Oh, okay.
All right,
But
now I'm
yeah,
good now.
you good.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, so that's probably it for me. Like you said, JJ, I'm prioritizing JJ today. I definitely love her today.
Put it in
Like
trash.
you
Nah, put
said,
it in
I
trash
want
right
to
there.
take the savings off of Stu and just go down there. Just wanted to ask, give us core idea.
I
Yeah, yeah,
mean,
we
we
definitely.
just technically gave one just now
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the two
That's
that we were just talking
honestly,
about for this game.
yeah. I'm about to say honestly, that's probably where I'm gonna start. Anyway, and then I'll add in, maybe like two other plays on the next game. But I definitely want JJ, and Escu and Cloud in my lineup today, for sure, for sure.
Are you looking at anybody from the bench over here for New York Liberty? Johannes, Thornton, Dolson,
Um,
after talking all that smack?
like you said, Johannes, I don't mind Dawson. Dawson only because She can hit some threes. She get hot again from 3 point line. That helps you a fuck ton because you get a, especially on DraftKings where you get the bonus for the threes. So I do like Dawson and Johannes. Johannes Price though, I just don't really like a whole bunch.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I do not like her price at all.
That's why I was.
Dawson,
Now you see why I said Ming is probably my value from that game because it's either Dawson or Ming because everybody else who's valued their prices is just gross for their production.
yeah, they got Johannes at 54, and I mean, I still want to get some. I don't know because the value is scarce, honestly, from both teams because you're not gonna get any value from the wings. They're gonna run their starters and
Mm-hmm.
Kalani Brown in that rotation. I don't really see a walk and Maddie going out there getting those minutes like what they were before.
Yep.
So
Kalani,
that, and
look,
then on the dream side, it's it's eh. It's unless you're gonna feel comfortable playing the Nas Hillman.
right. Like,
Like that's I don't know. That's kind of tough. So straight up, do not play Baby Sabali. She's not gonna get any. If they give her minutes, then you know something that really went sideways and wrong. Willoughby, she should not be playing out here unless legit something goes sideways and completely wrong. Neither one of these two should get any minutes. The bench rotation for them legit will be Johannes, Thornton, and Dolson. Out of all of them, it may seem weird, but I'm gonna go right back to my Thort God. I mean, I've seen her in action. I know when the games are important, stuff like that. She's gonna lock in on defense, and that's what she's out there to do. If Laney's getting herself in foul trouble, something crazy, legit, Thornton is a discounted Laney. Like she comes in there, she will try to take her spot up threes. If she's on, she's on. Like when Thornton is actually on, she actually will hit those shots, but she will go out there. She's gonna rebound. She's gonna play defense. Like what you said, Dolson might somehow end up being my like value play. I might end up on simply because Jonquel, she always can get herself into foul trouble. We know
yeah,
how that goes. Dolson's gonna have to come in because I know there's no way they run out there and run Savali unless they decide to run a small ball lineup. Just put Stewie at the 5 and bring Johannes in, run the 3 guards, something like that. Like I can see some type of combination of that, but
Delson's gonna get you a couple points, a couple boards. She's still
yeah,
a solid big. She's bigger than most, so she can't just be pushed around and shit like that in the paint. And then you think about those backup forwards off the bench. None of them really scares me. While Dawson is no JJ or Brianna Stewart or nothing like that, still them forwards off the bench don't scare me from Dawson because they not gonna step out there on her 3 point shots. They just gonna let her fucking shoot them shits. At that point, it's just make me respect you. But forwards, what I learned from watching WNBA forwards, these forwards do not they do not guard the three from these other forwards that actually can shoot the three. I mean, look at JJ when she shoot her threes. JJ is always damn near wide open when she take a 3 point shot. Dawson, them threes that she hit that game, go back and rewatch that game. She was damn
oh,
near
she was wide
wide
open.
open when she hit them shots. They're not forwards. Do not guard this 3 point line when there's other bigs that can shoot the three. So that's why I'm on her. That's why I like her for value because, like I said, she get you a couple threes. Let's just say for shits and gigs, she hit 2 threes, a couple rebounds. At the price that she's at, it don't kill you. It don't hurt you a ton in your lineup.
Agreed. Agreed. All right. You got anything else for that Washington New York game? Or you ready to go on to the
Now we
Dream
can
and
go
that?
on to the Dallas game.
All right. So Dallas and the Dream started straight out on the Dream side. We talked about it just a second ago. The value that you could possibly get from this game. I like to kind of focus on value because we kind of know starters. Starters going to play. It's going to be Ryan. It's going to be Cheyenne. It's going to be Alicia Gray. Those are going to be your main ones that's going to go out there. They're going to try to do what they got to do, and all the other jazz. I'm a little bit hesitant on Parker just because of the matchup that she got going out here against Tierra McCowan. Long as Tierra can keep herself out of foul trouble, she should play her full allotment of minutes. Now, I know if you look at the game logs back in May 20th, you're going to see a big game. I'm pretty sure McCowan was not with the team on that game. Oh, no, she actually was with the team. She only played 16 minutes in that game, though.
Yeah,
Wow.
I think that was a game where she got hurt.
Okay. So, besides that game, and also, I don't think we had Kalani Brown at that time either, did we?
Yeah.
Because was Brown signed? Yeah. Brown was not with the team when Parker went off in that game.
Yep.
So I'm gonna throw that game out and I'm gonna say Parker is more around the 33 and the 30 fantasy point range is what I say Parker will probably be around. She's
Mhm.
going to be dealing with big body Tierra McCowan out there on her.
Okay.
Big T.
Look, let me say something real fast
Go ahead.
about my damn car. All right, so listen, Joey, I know you watching this shit because y'all always that's wrong. And you know what you did? Enrique had 19 and a half field goal attempts. Come on, man.
Bro, I saw
Come
that
on,
shit.
man. Come on, G. You know you supposed to put that shit at 17. Give me something to
Boy,
smack.
I
Give it
saw
to
that
me.
mess. I was like, bro, how the hell y'all gonna put her at
Oh,
19.5 off the
oh,
rip?
I was so mad about that shit, man. I was like, bro, he really a hater.
That's
Joey
messed
know
up.
I love him, bro. That's my dog. But yeah, you did me wrong on Enrique field goal props. I wanted that 17. I knew it was coming. Here,
Wow.
baby, take the keys.
Um, all right, going back to it. So Cheyenne Parker, if I'm not even messing with Parker, then of course Ryan Gray. I know Gray. She hasn't had the best games going up against her former team, which is kind of crazy. I really expected Gray to do better, considering that we do not guard opposing guards that well. We don't. But Gray has legit actually struggled going up against them. Now the GPP player in me, the lover of Alicia Gray being the better player between her and Howard on a night to night basis, I want to go back to Gray. I want to because I'm not playing Danielle. I'm not playing Ari. Damn sure not playing no damn 5-3 for Nas Hillman. Haley Jones, I really don't see her get minutes unless somebody fouls out or some shit. And everyone else, like none of them are playing. So for me, when it comes down to it, it's Alicia Gray is the one that I want. Alicia Gray is the one that I'm looking at because I'm going to be more focused on the forwards for Dallas anyway, for what I want to play from this side. So Gray, I know she ain't had the best
There
games
you
yet, but
go.
it's the playoffs. It's the playoffs. I'm going to. I
No,
don't care. Whatever.
it's that Dallas wing in you, motherfucker. That's
I
what
know,
you gotta let it go. She don't play for y'all no more, bro. I had to let CP3 go. I let it go.
bro. Gray is good, man. I'm telling y'all.
She is. She is. Just not versus her fucking former team.
I just don't understand what the fuck it is with this though. It don't make no sense.
Bro, I don't know what it is either.
Bar Ray come back, she pop off. Okay, Gray, it's your turn. You take just as many threes too.
Right.
Nope.
Bro, like I was looking at her shit last night and I was like, yo, it's so crazy because remember, we talked last time and you was like, oh, I want Gray. I was like, bro,
And
I
you
don't
you
know,
did say it.
man. I
You
think
said
I
it.
want Ryan. I won't run. I was like, she just has not done it. Like, bro, I mean, I love all her unders, and it scares the shit out of me because she definitely can come locked in today. But I'm sticking with what I know. I'm sticking with what I said last time, bro. I love her unders, under 17 and a half points, under 25 PRA, under fantasy score. I think her fantasy score is at 30. I love all her unders today. The only thing that I do like for the over is her field goals missed. I mean, shit.
Wow. You're a
If
hater.
bro, if she's already not locked in and not, she's already shown that she ain't coming to play. Like fuck that. I'm gonna take that every time because here's my thing. They not, they not. It's not easy for her to get her shots. Is what I'm getting at. So if they already making it difficult on her, even if she does go out and have a good game, she's still gonna miss a fuck ton of shots today.
They
You
got
see?
her at 12 point at 6.5 field goals missed.
I mean, just read off her field goals, bro. I'll don't worry. I'll wait. Cat Williams. Read off her field goals. Read it. Read it. Read it.
All
Three
right,
for
she's taking 10 field goals. She only made 3. 11 field goals, she made 3. 14 field goals, she made 4. Shut up.
I mean, bro, that's what I'm saying. Like again, we know it's the playoffs. Just because we're looking at this history from regular season does not mean that this shit is going to happen today. Does not mean that she's gonna go out there and shit the bed again. But I'm all over it. I don't care. You gotta show me, fam. You got to show me today. I want the fam eating cheddar biscuits tonight. You hear me, granddad? Cheddar biscuits. We want cheddar biscuits.
All right, bro. So As y'all can see, we are at a crossroads of decisions here on today's pod. He is very high on Ryan again, and I'm gonna still go ahead and roll with the homer in me, and I'm gonna be playing Alicia Gray.
Oh, come on, man.
Fade,
Let that bias go, bro. Let it go, fam.
bro. Look, but listen. Okay, 3 games she ain't did shit versus them, right? Everybody gonna hop off of it today.
Very
And
true.
today's gonna be the day
Very
that I'm
true.
speaking of, where she's gonna go out there and she's gonna put up Ryan's numbers. She gonna go off for that 40 piece.
As long as she missed 7 field goals, fam, I don't give a shit. You can do whatever it is you want to do. Miss them 7.
All right,
So I can be happy. I want this
all
5
right.
back. We got a 2 pick 2 with her in there, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? But
God
fuck
damn,
all that. If she
bro.
missed this 7, then we ain't got nothing else to talk about. We ain't worry about shit she did or shit she doing. As long as she missed them 7 for us and our 6 green out today, I don't care, bro. But I'm telling you, I'm sticking with what I know, sticking to my guns. But I'm going back with the under, bro. I'm staying away from her today. I mean, but here's my thing, and this is why it's scary. Because if you say, okay, Alicia Gray is not gonna have a good game, well, then who do you take besides Alicia Gray? Because shit, Danielle Robinson ain't been doing shit. Ari McDonald hasn't done shit this year. She has upside. She does have upside, but she ain't been doing shit. So yes, it is technically scary because that means if your backups ain't doing shit, then they have to give Gray the minutes because they still need her defensively, even though she getting cooked by Enrique. We
And
ain't
that's
gonna
what I'm
talk
saying
about
though. She's only played. She's legit only played 30 minutes in every game.
it.
She has not played the whole game like we would expect her to play here, because those minutes that they're sitting there giving to Haley, those should evaporate. Like I don't see how you really play a rookie. Haley played 16 minutes in the last game, 25-5. Those minutes that you would be given, if they even want to give Durr any minutes, I doubt it. Durr, she's played 7 and 18 in those 2 games. McDonald, she's the only person legitimately I could see getting some type of minutes. She's played 20, goddamn, 23 and 30 minutes
Yeah,
in those 2 games. That's way too many fucking minutes. Goddamn.
well,
But outside of that,
D Rob is not doing shit. Like literally, look at D Rob box scores. She ain't doing shit
no, yeah,
right.
she fell off of a cliff. Now,
Mhm.
granted, D Rob might
Sneaky,
could be,
sneaky,
yeah,
deep GPP, definitely a
yeah.
deep. But if I'm gonna take other guard, it's probably gonna be Ari for me, and I'll just chance like her having a good game over Danielle Robinson because, like I said, I don't trust Gray. I love Ryan Howard. She only has 1 game under 34 fantasy points in the 6 total games played versus Dallas, and that's this year and last year. So that's what I'm saying, bro. For me, it's Ryan, bro. It's Ryan. It's gonna always be Ryan, bro. I do think that Cheyenne Parker is sneaky. I do think she is sneaky today.
I mean, she gets it going.
Yeah, that's all it is. She just got to get it going, and you got to look at it. Her first 2 games, she hit her stocks. That's what it was last game. I think she had one all of last game, just one steal or one block or something like
Yeah,
that.
she only had 1 steal, but she had 3 blocks, 2 steals game before that, 3 steals in that first game that they played. Put up a double double, 11 rebounds, 18 points in that first game, and then 15.6 rebounds in that second game. So
Yeah.
I mean the
I
production.
the unders on her rebounds and her defense, especially her defensive rebounds. She ain't hit that shit at all in this matchup. Even the game where she got the double double,
Yeah.
I I still believe that she didn't hit that. I'll double check that before I get out the stream before y'all lock that in. But I do like the under on her defensive rebounds. The only problem with that is risky as hell because she's a forward. She's gonna be in the paint with Tierra McCowan, so she does have a chance to get those. But I mean, with the way that Dallas rebounds the ball, it would not shock me to see her go under.
All right.
Like I said, Billings, just because she's starting, she's been playing decently. I'm not just oh, I want to lock her in, but Billings is fine, Hillman is fine, and then McDonald is fine for me off that bench. Everybody else, I'm just not messing with.
Yeah, everyone else. I'm not even gonna say my take anymore. I agree. Everyone else, the whole dream team is GPP. Fuck it. The whole, the whole damn jury. Fuck it. All of them. All y'all Atlanta Dream fans, all y'all people from the A, your team is a GPP play because I swear they can never just get it. It's not even your team. It's your coach. If she don't get fired after they get bounced in the first round, y'all got some real bad issues going into next season because it's not the players, it is the coach. And I swear, if they go out there and they fucking run a zone against a team that takes as many threes as Dallas takes, fire her before she gets to the locker room.
What we need is for these coaches to take their fucking feelings out of coaching, bro. Who gives a fuck that a player went off on you? Like, bro, what are we
I,
doing?
I can't. I
Who gives
can't.
a fuck about a person? Oh, they went to Vegas and had too much fun. Like, what the fuck was she supposed to do on a break in an all-star like all-star weekend? Like, bro, come on. Like, take your fucking feelings out of this shit. Play your players. Like, stop with the bullshit. Like that's
That was the whole
and
thing with Parker.
it's not just Atlanta. It's a lot of these coaches that do that shit. Get your feelings out of fucking coaching. If that's what you want to do, go be a fucking therapist, bro. You don't
So
need to be coaching.
so since you bring it up, I do got a question in regards to your Chicago Sky. Because I was about to throw my laptop watching the game last night. Every single time they went into zone against a lineup that had Jackie Young, Chelsea Gray, and Kelsey Plum out there, all legit. Every time they went to zone, they knocked down. I want to say what it was, a 6 consecutive threes or some shit. Why would you run zone against that lineup? That is the
Because
worst lineup.
this dude ain't no coach, bro. He ain't never. I don't know who this guay is, bro.
That was the
I
first time I ever seen or heard him talk too.
did the resume because what the shit you doing? Crazy as hell.
Was not working.
Copper need to be playing 40 minutes, bro. You
But
already
Copper
fucked up
won't.
there.
Copper wasn't generating no good shots.
Like, it don't matter. She need to be playing 40 minutes, bro. That's what your best players do. They play 40. You know what
That
I'm
was
saying?
great.
Like,
And then he leaving Elena Smith in there after she picked up those quick 2 in the first. I get it. I get it. But at the same time, she had it going.
he watched
Save
that
her
fuck-
from herself.
he watched that fucking Connecticut game. And I was like, oh, uh,
No, no,
Homie
no,
did it with Bonner, so I can do it too. Like, nah, bro.
no. Elena Smith ain't no Bonner, bro. You already know she's gonna still play aggressive. She's gonna go for them damn blocks like she always does. And what happened? Boop. Third foul. She knew, took her ass right to the bench. Didn't even get to play until it was towards the end of the second quarter. And that was when the lead just said, "Whoop, bye,"
Yeah.
because she was cooking. She was
Um,
cooking.
a couple other things before we get to talking about Dallas. Cheyenne Parker free throws I like. She hit the first game, pushed the other 2 games, so I don't mind that. Ryan Howard over 6.5 3-point attempts. If it's still at 6.5, I like that. I already told y'all the props
It's
that I
at
like.
7.
Right. I still don't mind it.
And then Parker's sitting at 3 free throws made.
Yes, I love the 3 free throws for her. I put that in my 6 today. So, let's go ahead and go over to the Dallas side.
All right, looking at the Dallas side, you guys already know what it is. We walk on with this W, and if you're not looking at the unicorn, you're not looking at so I already said it. I'm focused on the forwards from this game. There's nothing wrong with playing Enrique at all whatsoever. She's gonna jack up probably those 17 to 19 shots, like what Joey put it at. Would not be surprised because she legit, the ball goes in her hands. It's the playoffs. She's gonna feel like she has to try to carry the team and does what she always tries to do and shoot us out of a game. It's gonna be Tierra McCowan, Natasha Howard, and Satu's job to get the offensive rebounds off of her misses and correct the ship.
Yeah.
That is what's going to happen in this game. I promise you. I promise you. I've wanted Enrique traded for so long. I'm sorry, but Satu, Howard, McCowan, all three of those definitely in play. And if I was ranking them, depending on what the rest of your lineup goes to, if you ran that stack like what we talked about from the first game, I could see you getting some value going with Tierra McCowan or or going to Howard. And if you're not running that big stack from that first game, Satu. I know that she didn't have the best game last game, but she was in foul trouble. That was foul trouble. She picked up a bunch of quick fouls and still went out there in 21 minutes, dropped 25 fantasy points, a fantasy point per minute. The matchup, I'm not too worried about that at all. She's going to be the one that's going to be guarding
All right.
Ryan, right? Yeah, she's gonna be guarding Ryan. First game, she went off for that 47. Second game, 32 minutes on the game was 22 fantasy points. 21 minutes, she dropped to 26 fantasy points. I still don't mind it, don't hate it. She legit most improved player for a reason. Like hands down, most improved player. She's gonna go out here. She's gonna do what she got to do. And I did like her assist. I know that was one of my favorite props that I have for today. I want to say it was like at 3.5 or 4.5. The over on her assist, I like that. For her, she's had what 5 assists, 4 assists, 3 assists in those games. Um, I don't mind it. Don't hate it. She should play at least 38, 40 minutes in this game. Wouldn't be surprised if she wasn't taken off the court. Really don't have no interest in none of our bench at all whatsoever. Burton, way too much for 5K. Gonna be splitting time with Dangerfield. Dangerfield's back. She should possibly start here in the spot. Kalani Brown, if you want to go the angle that Tierra McCown's gonna get in foul trouble, which I really don't see that happening ish here. She played 24 minutes in the last matchup. She should play her minutes, but you already know they're going to split time. Kalani Brown, she's more offensive, productive whenever she's out there on the court anyway. So you can always get away with going down to her if you want to. But a walk, Sims, Maddie, those minutes, they really shouldn't be here in this game. It should legit be the starters. In Dallas, we play our starters.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much pick back on everything you said, Enrique. I like they had no answer for her. She's just been running circles around Alicia Gray. So I mean, like you said, I think you can play her anytime. I did like her 30.5 PRA. I don't know if it's still there, but I did like that. Her 3-1 attempt. I have field goal attempt written down, but again, we gonna have to do something crazy to get. I mean, she can definitely hit that, but for
I
me,
mean,
man,
she's at 19.5 field goal attempts. I would not be opposed to taking the under, if I'm being honest, because when you look at the team, between Enrique, let's see, she took 18, 17. She took 25 field goal attempts in the first game that they played, and that was when she played 39 minutes in that game.
and like you said,
Yes,
Allen got hurt in that first game.
that, and then on top of that, when you're still gonna have to get your shots that Satu's gonna take. You're gonna
Mm-hmm.
have to still give Howard her shots. Dangerfield is back too, which I'm not sure if Dangerfield actually even played in that first game. Danger's gonna actually take a couple of shots if she can get the ball in her hand. Danger, she played 24 minutes and she only took 5 shots in that first game.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see Enrique getting off 20 shots by herself unless she's legit cooking. If she's not cooking like that, which we kind of expect her not to really cook, like cook and spread the wealth, which is one of those things that they've been trying to get her to do. I don't see that 19.5. That'd be crazy if she legit actually took a full 20 shots when you
Bro,
got everyone else on this team.
that's the problem. It's Enrique. Like
I
you got
know. Then as I said it, I really just looked at myself like I know who the fuck I'm talking about, but at the same time, it's just like, come on, like
bro. Like, and like again, I understand where Joy coming from with that shit, but for me, I'm not even gonna look at that. I'll go to her free throws at 3. I love her free throws at 3. I think 10 the last game, like 9 the game before, 5 the game before that, or something like that. Uh, yeah, she's hit every single game versus this team. Again, Alicia Gray don't have no answer for her. She's gonna get to the rack. We might get some defensive 3 seconds that helps out too. So I love her free throws. I love her free throws. I'm gonna
oh,
find
you know Cheyenne good for giving you at least one defensive 3 second
some.
a game.
Yeah.
She good
So
for that one, boy.
I mean, that's me there. Like you said, I do like Kalani Brown. I actually like her. Not even the sense of McCown's gonna get in foul trouble. They just play her. Period. You know, they've played her in this matchup, and McCown was never in foul trouble. So she has played some decent. Well, the one game McCowan didn't play, I believe, right?
She's played. She played 16 minutes in one game and dropped 36 fantasy points, and she was grabbing every fucking rebound that came down.
But was that a game that McCowan played as well?
June 20th. I don't think so. I think McCowan did play in that game. Let me see. On yeah, McCowan played in that game. McCowan played 23 minutes in that game.
You see what
I
I mean?
mean,
I
both of them snagged the rebounds in that game. Honestly,
Yeah, that's why I'm saying I think it's safe that you can actually go do something like McCowan Brown stack, like how you want to go McCowan Howard or something like that. You can do a McCowan Brown stack, and it saves you money because McCowan is already cheap. Like think about it, you put McCowan, JJ, Brown, and that school, and I said Cloud. Uh,
mm-hmm.
you already get what 6 positions on DraftKings to make a lineup.
Yeah.
So I mean, let's just say, let's do Cloud, McCowan, JJ, and then throw Brown in there and see what that gives you on the table.
Leaves you with 8-9. So yeah, that's actually solid.
Yeah, that's not terrible. You can throw one of those players from that last game in the utility spot, so that way, if you have to make adjustments late because somebody dud you in the first game, you can. 8 not and literally having 8 work with is not terrible. Like I said, I still liked Cloud. I still like in that school, so it still leaves you some money to go and get one of the players. Either pay down somewhere else or try to punt something. You can also, like I said, you can also throw some value in there. Ming is fine. Um, who did you say you like for value in that first game? Well, no, Ming and Dawson is fine. So I mean,
Yeah.
have some spots where you can pay down that and not take Kalani Brown, because you can go Dawson over Brown, and that leaves you a fuck ton more on the table to play with, and you could possibly stick in 2 higher price players at 10K or at 9-6 each, something like that. So it's some trust me, bro. It's some places that you can just punt a solid value play that's gonna get you anywhere from 8 to 15 fantasy points, and then just with players that can get you at, like I said, at minimum 30 fantasy points.
Um. Yeah. I mean, so are we done breaking down that side of the game? I was going to talk about game
Yeah,
theory and game setup.
yeah.
All right. So one of the things, and I've said this before throughout the season, just looking at it, I always like to look back at perfect lineups and things like that, just to understand building when you're building up your lineups and stuff like that. Normally, there's at least one value bench player. Normally,
Mm-hmm.
at least one bench player that will be inside of that winning lineup, because you're figuring out how to get your studs in and get your players that have at least a good floor, decent ceilings in, and then just finding that one bench player, that rotation piece that's going to actually get there. In the playoffs, that's even more important because, like we said, the starters should be playing their minutes unless, like the Connecticut Sun and the Las Vegas Aces game, it's a legit blowout. And
Mm-hmm.
we seen it legit 2 days ago. The perfect lineup was Chelsea Gray, Jackie Young. That was it from that game. Nobody from the sky, no, not even Asia Wilson. Asia didn't even touch the lineup. But you had like 3 Sun players and Dewana Bonner. I don't think AT was even in the perfect lineup. Let me actually.
Rebecca Allen.
Yeah, Allen put up just as many fantasy points as fucking AT did.
Yes.
But yeah, okay. So it was Rebecca Allen, AT, and Dewana Bonner, and then that cheap piece, which I'm still kind of shouldn't be shocked at it by now. It's the fucking links, but Carlton, she got in there and she did a little something, something, gave us 18 fantasy points, and then Jackie Young and Chelsea Gray from that late game. So just looking at it, I mean, you're looking for that player that's gonna have at least a decent chance to get you that 40 fantasy points and up, which was the actual case. Looking at it. In all honesty, like I said, I honestly wouldn't have expected that from Rebecca Allen to actually have went out there and did that. But the blocks and steals and the fact that they let her run out there when the game was out of hand in the fourth quarter too, that helped her big time. So those value plays that we were looking at with Ty Harris, which for a minute it looked like Ty over Carrington was the move, like for a good minute, because Ty was out there, she was hitting them shots, but come down to the last game, ends up being a blowout like it was. Chelsea Gray, Jackie Young, they ended up powering it too. So I say all that just to say the same thing when it comes down to this. It's like, okay, right now the highest price player on this slate, it should be Stewie. She's sitting at 11-1. Do I have to play Stewie? Is she going to get me there with the rest of my lineup that I try to build and balance it out? Because
Right.
you still got to make at least a good balanced lineup. Because right now, I don't believe that stars and scrubs shit that we used to run for the regular season is going to necessarily work here.
Mm-hmm.
Got to figure out which one of these two. Both these games should legit actually be competitive. I
Yeah.
don't expect a blowout for this one. Should not be a blowout. Just trying to figure out the correct build path. And honestly, the one that we talked about earlier already with Jonko Jones, and Sabrina, I like that a lot. Or Cloud, Dolson, Sabrina. One of those two is probably gonna make my build, because I actually do like that combination. I'm
Yeah.
right there. I might, but kind of got me scratching my head on whether or not if I actually want to play Kalani Brown now because
Yeah.
I don't
When
know.
you look at it,
It's
you gotta look at it with what you call it in. I mean, she's still producing. I think her price is what, low fives on
yeah. So she's sitting there at 5. Well, she's at 5'8". So
oh
that's why
no.
I was like looking at, do I want to go that or do I actually want to go Dolson? Because
Mhm.
Dolson is sitting at in the 4K range, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dolson's 4'3". So
The
I
only
don't know.
problem is Kalani has the upside. Dawson just gives you whatever, you know, because they gonna play JJ no matter what. Unless JJ
Yeah, Jay,
fouls out, they're gonna play her.
and
Even
that's
with
what I'm
being in
saying.
foul trouble, they still gonna play her.
I mean, I could see a world where McCowan she picks up some stupid fouls and then they got to run Kalani. That's why I'm tossing it up and do I want to actually go
But
that route?
kind of hit it when you start talking about her. She produces when she get in the game, which is why she played the minutes she plays. If she
Yeah,
wasn't producing, she'd be getting those 15 to 18 minutes and sit the fuck down. It is what it is. McCown get 30. But because she comes in and she produces off the bench, she sees those 16 to 20 minutes and things like that. And like you said, 16 minutes, 31 fantasy points, bro. You got to love the upside there for something like that. Especially sitting at 5'8" when all you need is 4x on DraftKings. So, I mean, I can understand why anybody would want to run that risk and take Kalani Brown at 5'8".
yeah. It's gonna be interesting. This is interesting. And if you guys haven't done so already, I mean, look at it. DraftKings, it's 10K to first. They
Yeah,
wasn't giving this to us to end the season for WNBA. You might as well go ahead and take a chance on it. You ain't got nothing else but crappy behind baseball to watch tonight anyway. Go ahead and watch the ladies play. It should be
right.
competitive. If y'all got any questions, go ahead and drop those down in the comment section right now before we get off of this thing. I mean, I feel like we covered everything pretty good for the slate.
Yeah, yeah, same.
I'm gonna actually see what this looks like because okay, let me see. Sabrina, where's Cloud? Cloud, Jonko Jones. I mean, that leaves you at 8-4.
See, it's not. I'm telling you,
That's
like you're
not.
gonna have some interesting builds today. Trust me. There are going to be some interesting builds. There are going to be some lines that's going to have a Rick and Stu. There are going to be some lines that going to stack that first game. So it's gonna get real interesting. This is the slate where shit get interesting. The one yesterday is probably gonna be the blowout slate. We see that slate again Sunday, and I'm not excited about that because fuck. But
Favorite 2 for prize picks, favorite 6, or you want the full 6? All right, so I'm gonna give the cliche money man answer. If you guys looking for a full 6 picks, why don't you guys check the link down in the description below for that Patreon? No, I'm joking.
and it's all free today, and like it's all free today, so you really don't even have to sign up. But if you want a 6, it's already posted on my Twitter
Yep.
page. My Twitter handle is right up there above my name, above the picture for me at Dion Boykin1. That's already been posted. So if you want a 6, that's there. My favorite 2, my absolute favorite 2. Like I said, I like the points for
If
Atkins
you're gonna stay,
Cloud
okay.
and
Damn it.
what?
That's my
No, no,
favorite. That's my favorite. I got that locked in on
you got
underdog.
that, bro. You gotta love that.
Yeah, I love it. Well, so
And
if
then
you're gonna go with that, then I'm gonna go with Cloud 4 field goals made on prize picks.
okay, yeah.
Okay. What's your second one?
Uh, it's gotta be Tierra McCowan over 6 defensive rebounds, bro.
That
Over 6
is
defensive
honestly truly
rebounds.
solid. I do like
Uh,
that.
yeah.
I do.
I don't see anybody that could bang with her. You know,
I wish they didn't bump it.
other than her teammates like Sabali and Howard, I just don't see anybody else that can bang with her.
I wish they didn't bump it. Honestly, I do like that one for Tierra McCowan, the rebounds, because she
Mhm.
should, as long as she's not on her bullshit today, she should definitely snag that. My second favorite I would have said would have been Ryan for her 3-point attempts. It was sitting at 6.5. They bumped it up to 7. I don't mind it for the push potential, but still, That one right there. If I was running a two man, it's gonna be that Cloud 4 field goals made, and then you can go at Ryan 7 3-point attempts. That one right there. That's not a bad one.
Yep, yep,
I'm
yep.
almost done, Mama.
What you call it? Field goal attempts is also pretty good too.
Which one?
Sabrina Ionescu, her 3-point attempts is actually pretty decent.
Hey,
Um,
what you think about taking some unders on Sloot, or you think we're gonna get a good playoff Sloot on this one?
I've seen a lot of people taking the under on her PA. I want to see how she play game one first. So I'm not touching her today at all. I'm just gonna wait and see how she plays game one. Another thing that I wanted to point out before we get off the stream, and that school was sitting at 28 PRA. She's cashed that every game with one push, and her PR has cashed every game, and 7 of her last 10 for her career versus the Mystics. She's cashed that PR as well.
All right, so I went and I just looked back at Sloot for the playoffs, what she was doing last season
Mm-hmm.
and before. It looks like her numbers in the postseason 13-10. It looks like it's not too big of a jump.
You know what's interesting to me for her?
What?
Her field goal attempts at 10.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's had 10, 11, and 12, honestly.
Let's pull it up. Sloot. 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 Watch, it's going to be Sloot today. She had 11, 13, 12, 10. Yeah, you're right. It's going to be Sloot that's going to go off today.
Let's not
It's,
speak. Well, shit.
I know it's crazy, but I could see the world where
I
all
can,
of a sudden we're all in on Sabrina, and it's gonna be Sloot that goes out there and she's like legit maestro with it,
Mhm.
getting the assist, because in this matchup, what, 4 assists, 3 assists, 6 assists, she's not really getting those big assist numbers like what she has before,
Yeah,
in all of her other games and stuff like that. Like
yeah.
she was averaging damn near 8 to 9 assists before even coming into this game going up against Washington. She was doing it.
Some
So
props
it's
that I'm probably not going to play. Atkins at 16 and a half PRA. I do like that. Badney Jelani under 19 PRA. I like that, but that's gonna come with some risk. Sloot field goals made. I don't mind either. I don't mind made
you said the field goals made.
for Sloot. Yeah, I think it was at 4.5.
Let's see, field goals made. Field goals made. That's attempts, bro. Why can't they put these things together?
Are you done recording?
No, Mama, I'm almost done. Field goals made.
4.5.
Okay, just hold on. I'm almost done.
Yeah, so that's fine with me. But I don't have anything else. We can get on off, bro. I mean, unless anybody else got any other questions, other than that, we can go ahead and rock.
Hey, y'all, just don't forget the breaking news. Don't forget the breaking news.
Why, bro? Why? I'm not bringing on her downfall. I'm just telling you what the numbers. They gonna need her. Gonna need her like a fuck today because they've lost every game in this matchup so far. Like,
You know what? Just
going
because we was even talking about it. I'm a since we just even said it, I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna give you guys a quick GPP core that you can run out here. So we'll go with Courtney Vandersloot. We're gonna go with Alicia Gray as your 2 guards that you run out here. Both of them legit GPP options. Don't really see too many people running flock and going to them at all, especially just looking at their numbers. And this is what I'm saying. This is the number game of where they haven't really performed in the spot. They haven't done anything. Boom. Both of them. I still already love Jonko Jones. So that's a nice little 3-piece core you got right there that you can go ahead and run out there, right there. Like, I like that. Go ahead, pair up the 2 what should be expected to be lower owned guards. Because that 9-1 for Courtney Vandersloot, I'm gonna tell you right now, you got Klaus in there at 8-8. Ain't nobody gonna be going to go play Courtney Vandersloot at 9-1.
look at her history. So
Yeah, like they're not gonna play Courtney Vanderslip. They're not. They're not. So I like that as a nice little GPP core. I might even throw that in the $15 just to play around. Courtney Vanderslip, Alicia Gray, maybe running back with Cloud on the other side. I do like Cloud, or if I can get up to Sykes, and then just figure out those last two forward spots. But that's not a little bad little quarter to run out here. But all right, y'all. If no one else has any other questions, we're gonna get out of here. I got kids that want to go outside. They're bugging me, and I know I sound like yours is asking you to come inside.
Yeah.
Hold on, mama.
We cashing today. Let's cash out tonight.
Good luck to everybody on these flex sixes and stuff. Hopefully, if you all have not locked in your shit yet, do not just play the $20 that they're trying to tell you. You play $33.33 on your flex six, your flex fives. You will get more bang for your buck. If your lineup goes 3 of 5 or 4 of 6, you're going to get back $13.33, and you're going to get back the $20 in promo funds. So you won't lose anything unless your shit legit goes 1 of 5 and 1 of 6. That's the only way you lose all your money. All right. So you get a bigger bang for your buck by going to that.